Everybody bleed, everybody needs some. Everybody love, everybody know how it go. Everybody people, everybody bleed, everybody needs some. Everybody love, everybody know. I've been knocking dough down like it, witness, God is my witness.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see a team that can get it done on the ground. The Packers lead the league in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Saints, who will need to be stout up front.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it a second down. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. They run with Perry, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Now they try the right side here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2.
Here we go!
Throwing, Hundley. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Black round. Ohio.
And he'll give it here to his running back. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey. Black round.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's got room. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Hundley. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 3rd and 10. They're still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. They'll set up to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Our first update now comes from Atlanta. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Shane Skove able to get in there and drop him behind the line. And his kick here is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They go play action here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Perry. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Haven't been a defensive coordinator yet. The thing 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. On 3rd down, that's Perry. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Play action. They'll throw.
And this one's incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Play fake here on 1st down. That's taken in by the rookie, Josh Malone. That one goes for 24 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. As they run the counter play. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. The other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Meanwhile, the second quarter score from Carolina. And that one pretty well wrapped up. The Bengals growing the lead even further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. In motion comes the tight end left. This is Perry. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Shift together here from the D-line. Looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage. I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football in the running play and stopped them short of a first down.
Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips, and this one winds up getting intercepted.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Now back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve. that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Let's go!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Here we go! Flex round!
Now a handoff as they run left side. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's out of bounds up past the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Here we go!
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Come on, let's go! Here we go! Flex 38!
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Meanwhile, the second quarter score from Carolina. And that one pretty well wrapped up. The Bengals growing the lead even further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Go, go! Let's run! Let's run! They're running!
10 yards still left on second down.
Come on, let's go! Flex 38! Flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
I got two. Let's go! One! Single! Flex round!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. In the red zone this time. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They keep it on the ground again. It's Perry. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And they give this time to the tailback. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Lutz now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Rolling to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Elsewhere, a third-quarter score. And that one pretty well wrapped up. The Bengals growing the lead even further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting to run. And to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. It's a pickup of 3 that time, and it'll be 1st down, Saints.
It was 4th and 2, and somehow he managed to get 3. Great leg drive and plenty of determination.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Short throw pick-6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go. Ground 38. Ohio. Let's go. Ground 38. Ohio.
And they give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. The Saints on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. What? None.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 13. He's got daylight. The 30. 10. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
They're on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. And that one pretty well wrapped up. The Bengals growing the lead even further. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. And his throw is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Shift together here from the D-line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers are going to win this football game. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But
that you travel with a laminator. I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Green Bay, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.